Hey guys, it's Elaine, the Ninja Life Coach, and welcome to my channel today. Today, we're going to talk about things that I get asked a lot, and we're going to talk also about a couple of my pet peeves. So sit back, grab yourselves a cup of coffee. I'll be right back. Hey everybody, I'm back. And today I am wearing Willow in Mermaid Kisses, rooted from Hair Kitty Kitty. So let's talk a little bit about a couple of things that I get asked all the time. One thing I'm asked very frequently is, where do you get your wigs? I always give the same answer. I get my wigs everywhere. When I go online to look for wigs, when I see a wig that I really, really like, then it doesn't matter if it is from Amazon. It doesn't matter if it's from a wigs.com. It doesn't matter if it's from Sister Wigs, Hair Kitty Kitty. I want that wig. So that's kind of how I pick my wigs. I believe on a personal level with me, this is how I choose. When I see a wig, I ask myself this question: would this wig make Elaine feel like Elaine? If the answer to that is yes, then that wig goes on a consideration pile. I absolutely have wigs that I am just considering that I have not purchased yet. So I have a consideration list that I think about it. I don't, most of the time, just throw it in my cart and buy it. Now, I kind of did with this one, but most of the time, that's not how that works with me. I stalk something and then I say, okay, I sleep on it a couple of days and then I'm like, you know what? I do believe that's going to be one that I'm going to like. Now, flip side of that coin, I do have wig companies that send me wigs to review, especially my Amazon vendors. I don't have to purchase those very much anymore, and that's okay. But not every wig I get from Amazon are wigs that I'm going to use and wear every day. So I end up usually donating those wigs to the infusion center, especially the ones that look good. The ones that don't look all that great and the ones that you don't see, I donate to the local thrift store here. But having said all that, if you find a brand that you like and that you enjoy and that fits well and the cap is really good, because that's important to me. I have to have a cap that fits good because I have a little head. Sister Wigs fits me pretty good. It's a little big right in through here, but that's okay. All I would need to do is just kind of sew that right there underneath inside the cap, and they would fit me perfectly, but they're comfortable. Ellen Villa fits me exceptionally well. That is the best fitting wig that I wear. But again, I have a smaller head. That's not going to work for everybody, but I do get my wigs from all over the place. So to answer that question, that's where I get my wigs. The second thing that I am asked a lot is, are wigs comfortable? Well, wigs are comfortable once you get used to wearing the wig. It feels like wearing a hat on your head that circles around your head at your hairline. It's exactly what it feels like. Now, are they going to feel like your real hair? No. They don't feel like the hair is growing out of your head. It feels like you have a cap with hair on it on your head. But they are comfortable, and it's not something that you can't wear for 8 or 9 hours at a time if you want to, or longer. You sleep in it if you want to. They are comfortable. Having said that, some wigs have a better comfort factor than others. I have found that as far as the rubbing on the nape of your neck, that's something that all synthetic longer wigs do. Some of the wigs that I have found to be most comfortable for me are Ellen Villa and Sister Wigs, Hair Kitty Kitty. Those wigs fit me pretty well. Noriko fits a little bit on the small side, but I have found Noriko to be excessively hairy. I don't mind wigs that's got permatease. This wig has got permatease, so you can zhuzh this thing up a little bit if you want to, if you want a little puffier look. But it's not got an excessive amount of permatease. Now, Felix here, she has a lot of permatease in her. I got her out specifically to show you because Felix has a lot of permatease, but the style is different, and Felix needs that permatease in order to make her poofy. So that doesn't bother me one way or the other. I don't care about that. But know that the more hair the wig has, the hotter the wig is going to be on your head. So in the summertime months, you might want to get a lower density wig than rather a high density wig. The wigs with the most permatease are usually hotter. But that doesn't mean Felix is an uncomfortable wig, because she isn't. She is still lightweight because her fibers are fine. The fibers you find on a better wig are going to be much, much thinner and finer than the fibers you're going to find on an Amazon or a cheaper wig. And that's just the way it is. The fibers on this wig are very silky and soft. They feel good. And fibers on this wig feel good too. The fibers feel a little different on Felix than they do on Willow here. So that's kind of going to vary from wig to wig sometimes according to the style and what the wig maker has to do in order for the wig to hold its shape well. So are they comfortable? Yes, they can be, or they can be a nightmare. Some of the wigs that I've had, I have actually wig snatched myself when I got in the car. I'm like, I can't take this wig another minute. But my scalp is kind of sensitive. And if you are bald and you're going through chemotherapy, your cap may be sensitive too. Sister wigs, Hair Kitty Kitty, they're built with the top to be comfortable. So that really helps a lot if you've got that kind of thing going on with your wig. But are they comfortable? Yeah, they're pretty comfortable. They are. They do get hot. So people ask me, are wigs hot? Are they comfortable? It's a wig. It's going to be hot, especially if it's in the summer months. In the summer months, honestly, I usually wear headband wigs or I wear hair pieces simply because it is 100 degrees in the shade here in the South. So I usually wear something like that in the summertime if I can possibly get by with it, just simply because, you know, I just die. I get hot. Postmenopausal woman here, and I get hot. The last thing that I am asked a lot is, how do you get into wearing wigs, and what was the first step that you did? So if you've got wigs at home and you've already purchased your first wig, this is for you specifically. When you first put that wig on your head, you are not going to feel like yourself. You're going to feel like an alien is sitting on top of your head, because it's not going to look like your hair unless you have bought a, several $1,000 wig. I don't care how good a synthetic wig is, and this is a good synthetic wig. It is. But it isn't going to feel like your hair. If you ramp up that to a human hair wig, and you do make that step to human hair, it's going to feel more like your hair, but at the end of the day, you have a foreign object sitting on your head. So it isn't going to feel like your hair, and it may not look like your hair, especially if you have had thinner hair over the last several months or the last several years. If you've been, having your, really bad hair problems over the last few months, when you put a wig on, I don't care how thin the wig is and how low density it is, it's going to feel like a lot of hair. But just know this, most of the world and most people who have hair, their hair looks like this. So you are used to seeing yourself a certain way, and seeing yourself in a different way, that's going to be a shock to you and your family. Now, I've addressed this before on numerous videos, but I wanted to address it today because I know that I've been getting a lot of messages lately from people who have wigs and they're scared to wear them out of the house. Now, my advice to you would be, just do it. Wear the wig to go pump gas. Wear the wig to the grocery store. Wear the wig to some place where you don't know anybody. The first time you wear wigs, don't wear it in front of your entire church or your Sunday school class or a bunch of friends or even your family. Don't do that. Gradually acclimate your family to the fact that you are wearing wigs, because it's a shock to them too. My family still has a shock to see me looking like this sometimes. But they've learned that I'm going to wear whatever I want to because it's my head, and they just don't say anything anymore. So whatever you want to wear, wear it. If you feel good inside about yourself, it doesn't really matter what anybody else thinks. It truly doesn't. People are going to be cruel. They're going to say whatever it is they want to say. But at the end of the day, you're the one that has to be happy. So don't worry too much about what other people think. Just put the wig on your head, take little tiny baby steps. Pretty soon you'll be wearing that wig all over town and saying, hey, baby. So you just do whatever is comfortable for you. But my advice would be wear it in front of people you don't know first. Because people, honestly, that you don't know, they just don't look at you that closely. You may have a family member that comes up and says, oh my gosh, you've got on a wig, and loud for everybody to hear. Don't get mad because, there's just people like that in the world. Don't get mad at them. They're shocked too. So give them a little grace, and that's fine. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about things that are my pet peeves. My number one pet peeve are fellow wig wearers who are cruel to other wig wearers. I've got to tell you, folks, I've addressed this a million times on my channel, I guess. And I still see it in our wig groups. For goodness sakes, if you can't say anything nice to people, don't say anything at all. Just be quiet. Even if people are asking for your opinion, give them a tip about the wig. Well, maybe you should pull it back to your hairline just a little bit. Or, maybe you could try another color, but I really like the style. Don't get on there and say, I'm sorry, I just don't like that. You are not sorry. You are feeling like you just need to voice your opinion no matter what. People wear wigs for a variety of reasons. And the number one reason people wear wigs is because they don't have good biological hair or they don't have hair. So we need to stop and think that people with hair loss may be a little bit sensitive about what they put on their head. They may have just found this particular wig after months of searching. And then here we go and just torpedo their self-confidence. Please do not do that. Please be kind. If you don't like the wig, refrain from commenting on Facebook. That's not the time for you to say, don't like that, sorry, even if they ask for your opinion. You giving an opinion to somebody over Facebook is not the same as giving an opinion to a trusted friend. Look, I've got a friend and she is brutal. I mean brutal. But I'm the same way with her. I'd say, girl, I don't like that. Get that off your head. She does the same thing to me. She's like, what in the world? And I said, I know. And I'm like, I know, it's kind of weird. But if she don't like a wig and I do, I just say, well, when I got dressed this morning, I didn't ask your opinion. And that's okay. And we laugh and go on about it. That's a little bit different than some stranger on the internet, telling you what to put on your head. Don't do that. Do not. Don't let them torpedo your self-confidence. If you like the wig, wear the wig. The second pet peeve I have, and this is a big one that I don't know if anybody has ever addressed this, but I'm just going to go ahead and say it. When you see ads for people who are advertising wigs, or people who are, I just got this wig, and their poses that they make never look like they're having fun in the wig. They're always like this, with that little duck face or something like that. And I'm thinking, why would I want to put that thing on my head? You look like you're grouchy as all get out in that thing. Why can't you put on a smile if you're trying to be selling something? Please don't make it look like you've had a bad day. All pouty and, no, I just can't decide if I like this. That irks me to no end, and all wig companies do it. They do. And I'm kind of like, oh, can you not smile? And I know the reason they do it is because they want you to be looking at the wig rather than at the person's face. But honest to goodness, I may be the only person on the planet that thinks like this, but I'm kind of like, okay, if I'm going to buy a wig, I want to look like the person is halfway happy with the wig that they're modeling. Please don't do one of these. if you're going to be selling or even reviewing a wig, please just kind of smile, look pleasant, unless you're truly unhappy with the wig, and then just do, I don't know what, just then it's okay to go. Then it's okay to make whatever face you want to make. But I think that part of the problem with that is society. And that's not just in wig selling. That is in anything. And it is objectifying to women. And I don't like it. It is, for some reason, we think we have to look all pouty to look sexy. It's ridiculous. Most ridiculous thing I ever heard of. I could venture a guess right now that there are not many men here on this earth that want to hang out with women who look like this all the time. I'm just saying, ladies. And maybe I'm out of bounds. And maybe it's because I look like a poop in a duck face. But please, for the love of all that's holy, please, can we not just have some advertising that just looks like it's fun for once? And something that doesn't make women look like objects. That, to me, is just another way to objectify women. Ladies, that's all I've got today. So I hope you all have a wonderful day. If y'all have hung in here with me to the end to hear me talk, thank you. Y'all have a great day. God bless you all. Check out everything in the description box. My links are down there. God bless you. Maranatha, folks. Bye-bye.